We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. I'm not sure what's going on with StreamYard running my ad this morning, but come on, Jack, clean it up. Clean it up, man. My ad is pretty dope about my YouTube content, coaching, and everything. Bruh, get it together. Get it together. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please do me a favor and hit that like button. That's the only price of admission for our live streams, is to simply hit the like button. If you don't hear me properly, let me know. If you don't see me properly, let me know. And also, thank you to everybody who spends a moment of their morning with me. Shout out to my blues. What's up, Nanny's taking the world? Blue Rose. Katarina, hello, good morning. Who else we got? Shoemaker. We always got the shoemaker in the building. Yeah, we do. All right, let me see. All right, so those are the folk who are here with me this morning. And shout out to everybody else. Please let me know where you're watching me this morning. If it's at work, if it's at home, if it's in your car, you're listening to me on your way to work or something like that, or you're, you know what I mean, anywhere. If you're watching me on your TV while you eat some cereal in your drawers, I will say put on some pants and watch me. You know what I'm talking about? All right, guys, today is going to be a pretty good show. It's going to be an interesting show. We got a lot of things to discuss. Canada has chosen their new prime minister. Might be some cheating afoot, maybe, but who knows? They're still looking into it. The world went crazy last night. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of videos. I have seen one from Candace Owens and from many others about a potential power grid and power grid outage around the world. It already happened in Spain, Portugal, and a couple of other places near there in Europe, but they're considering something like that happening on our end of the world as well, on our side of the world. So there's a lot of things going on, man. Michelle Obama, she gives her take on deportation, Trump's deportation policies. She says, get this, Michelle Obama says that Trump's deportations policies got her, make her, hold on, let me fix my chair. Makes it difficult for her to sleep at night. Yeah. Trump's deportation policies make Michelle Obama, makes it difficult for Michelle Obama to sleep at night. So she obviously never heard of her husband's deportation policies. Also, we got Cousin T. That's who you see right here. So I want y'all to let me know in the comments before we even go to the real news, who you think did it better, Cousin T or Michelle Obama? All right, let you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, gang. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Run it up. Also, if you're watching me on any other platform, like this video and share it. Okay, if you watch me on any other platform. Okay, let's go and get into it. Thanks again for pulling up. Y'all are absolutely dope.
My decision to skip the inauguration, you know, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like, people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart.
Right.
You know, It's like, while I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right, or that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me. That was a hard thing for me to do. I had to basically trick myself out of it. And it started with not having anything to wear. I mean, I had affirmatively, because I'm always prepared for any funeral, anything. I walk around with the right dress. I travel with clothes just in case something pops off. So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team.
Okay, guys, so check this out. All right, so the reason why I showed y'all this is because not only did I want y'all to see Cousin T acting a fool, but this dude is wild, man. This dude is wild. Cousin T, man, you're a whole character. And I believe that a lot of times when he shows up as a character, but Cousin T is a whole character. But I want y'all to tell me, though, who you think rocked the outfit the best? Who you think rocked the chains the best? You know what I mean? Who you think rocked the weave the best? Who you think rocked the earrings the best? Y'all let me know. Who you think? Cousin T? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Cousin T made pancakes for folks impacted by. Okay, I got you. All right. Cousin T. Okay. T. All right. Terrence rocked the outfit best. Okay. Cousin T is prettier. Wow. Cousin T. Let me see here. Cousin T. All right. Cousin T. All right. The face you. Let me see. T. All right. T. All right. I don't know, Michelle. It looked like T got it. It looked like T has it. I don't know, Michelle. Oh no, Michelle. It looked like T has it. It looked like T might have it. I don't know, Michelle. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so we got a lot to discuss. Shout out to Benny Johnson.
Perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me.
For some reason, YouTube, my videos always acting a fool, man. Always.
Me.
As soon as I pull it up, this hard thing for me to do. Ridiculous. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up again so we can get it going. Here is Michelle Obama discussing her position on deportation policies, and she says, and I said this before, Trump's policies got her not being able to sleep at night. I don't know if she knows. Do y'all think she knows that Obama was deporter in chief? Do you think she knows that her husband was on some other stuff when he was president? She don't know. Do she know? Maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man. Let's go and get into it. And thanks again, guys, for pulling up.
We couldn't walk around saying valedictorian, straight A student, speaks excellent, has excellent diction if you give them a chance. We knew very early on that no one was going to see beyond the color of our skin at an early age. And that could get you in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about that fear, I'm sure that fear has been tested across your life in so many different places. And I wonder, what would you say has been the most hardest recent test of that fear? Because it's not one of those fears that you kind of get over and it just goes away. It kind of shows its head in many different ways, I imagine.
Well, in this current climate for me, it's, what's happening to immigrants. So it's not the fear for myself anymore. I drive around in a 4-car motorcade with a police escort. I'm Michelle Obama. I do still worry about my daughters in the world, even though they are somewhat recognizable. So my fears are for what I know is happening out there in streets all over the city. And now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who doesn't, and we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process, and that it's being made like this cop that pulled my brother over when he was 12. You don't look like somebody that belongs. I can determine just by looking at you that you're a good person or you're not a good person. And knowing that there's so much bias and so much racism and so much ignorance that fuels those kind of choices, I worry for people of color all over this country. And I don't know that we will have the advocates to protect everybody. And that frightens me. It keeps me up at night. And I know that I see that when I'm driving around LA, I'm just looking in the faces of folks who could be victim. And I'm wondering, how are you feeling? How do you feel standing on the bus stop? How do you feel comfortable going to work, going to school, when you know that there could be people out here judging you and who could upend your life in a second? That's who I worry for.
Now, she says she worries for illegal immigrants and people who have some melanin, a lot of melanin in their skin. And she's concerned about them when she sees them at the bus stops, and because she drives around in a protective motorcade. And other people who are brown, they don't have protection. They're just out and about in the world, just brown, with no security. Oh my God. We're brown with no security. And this all comes because your brother was pulled over when he was 12 years old by police. Okay, first of all, pulled over walking. He wasn't driving anything, not at 12 years old. And if he was driving something and he was pulled over, he should have. But I'm just going to use my context clues. He was walking and he was stopped by the police, and the police said, "You ugly as hell. What you doing around here? You ugly as hell. What you doing around here? I don't trust you. You're black. I don't trust you. You're black." And because of that, Michelle Obama is faking like she's fearful for black people. She's fearful for brown people. Listen, Michelle, and I come from a family who worship the Obamas. You sound foolish. You sound foolish. You sound foolish. People who violate and are dangerous to other people are people who are in their proximity. If I'm white and I'm around other whites and some violence pops off, it was by some other whites. Black people, we're violated by people who look like us. Same thing with brown people, same thing with Asians, same thing with Africans, Jamaicans, you name it, Haitians. It does not matter. It's usually by proximity. So for you to fake like you're so afraid for these people because they have brown skin and you're so worried and concerned, you got all this empathy for them and fears that they don't even have, but you're fearful for them, that's bull. And you know it. And I don't know why you're trying to sell that to the people. And just in case you don't know exactly what type of time her husband has been on, let me remind her what type of time her husband has been on. This has been your husband's, like when he was running for president, this was your husband. And I don't even need to remind her, but it's like sometimes people like to play dumb and act like they don't know. So, Michelle, this is your husband.
Administration, the Bush administration, has done nothing to control the problem that we have. We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem. And the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away. And oftentimes, employers are exploiting these undocumented workers. They're not paying the minimum wage. They're not observing worker safety laws. And so what we have to do is create a comprehensive solution to the problem. Now, I have already stated that as president, I will make sure that we finally have the kind of border security that we need. That's step number one. Step number two is to take on employers. Right now, an employer has more of a chance of getting hit by lightning than be prosecuted for hiring an undocumented worker.
Now, this dude, not only did he want to prosecute people with businesses who paid under the table for undocumented workers, and a lot of people were doing that, and that's unfortunate, but that still happens. You know, when you need something done to your house, you usually contact the contractor. A contractor will contact other people who are undocumented to come actually do the work that they sold you after you've worked out a deal with the main guy. But the only time you'll see the main guy is the very first meeting that you have with the main guy, right? You all know that, right? And then he'll send out the crew. Don't know if you know that, but if you have property and if you ever had any work done, trees cut down, your yard fixed, and or a deck or patio put up or anything, fencing, this is usually what happens. We meet the main person who run the company. They're usually American citizens. They usually speak our language very well. They're very well versed when it comes to business. They can will and deal. They know how to delegate. So we meet with them, tell them our issue, discuss a price, negotiate. And then after that, we see nothing but undocumented citizens who are paid under the table by this contractor that we pay to come do the work at our home. And that's just on a small scale. That's a micro scale. If you're talking macro, this is happening all throughout the country. And it has been, and it will continue to happen because people like saving money. You know, they like making money more, but they like to save their money. So Michelle Obama, she knows that her husband deported more people from this country than any other president. But she want to say that Trump's immigration policies got her not being able to sleep at night. Nobody's going around harassing and busing illegal immigrants in the head for no reason. Nah, they are just being taken up out of here. They broke the law by coming here illegally. Simple and plain. They didn't do what they had to do necessarily to become American citizens. So they are being dealt with. This is something that we shouldn't even have to explain to a first lady that was a first lady for 2 terms. So come on, man. And the virtue signaling is pathetic. The dog whistling is pathetic. See, here's the thing. She's been in America all her life. She has. Her husband hasn't, but she has. Her and her family have been here their entire life. And her only example of racism was when her brother was pulled over by the police when he was 12 years old. This country is racist, ain't it? Did she look over at her brother? Because remember that one time that you faced racism with the white police? Go ahead, tell them. Go ahead, tell them about that one time. Tell them about the one time when you was pulled over when you was 12. Oh man, we still think about that. Whoo, that was the worst ever. So now you got everybody trying to figure out a way to discuss their one situation where they faced racism, which is dumb as hell. I could think of some times where I believe I was being racially discriminated against. I could think of 1 or 2 times, probably even 3 or 4. Now, let's play the real game. How many times have I been robbed? How many times have I been threatened? How many times have I been accosted? How many times have family, friends, and associates of mine been in danger and physically violated by someone? Were they white? The answer is hell no, they were not. They look just like me. So my fear is not with white people. My fear is not that this country is so racist. And if I walk down the street, a police is going to jump from behind the bushes and chase me down and then pull me over and beat me up and throw me in jail forever and then ship me off to El Salvador because they don't have any room in American prisons. Because that's what Trump wants to do. Trump wants to send all American prisoners and criminals to other countries because he thinks it's absolutely hilarious. That's why he's doing it. No, Michelle, and listen, my wife has your books. She got a picture of you in her office. We even got a laminated Barack Obama dollar and newspaper from the day that he won. You talking about people who really was all about the Obamas? I mean, I'm not anymore, but shout out to my wife. She's holding the line. She's holding the line. But at the end of the day, you're delusional and you're doing a disservice for all of your listeners who just want to hear about some real experiences that you had as a first lady, real experience that you had living in the White House and dealing with all these different politicians. And, you know what I mean? That could really help some people. But you coming up with these fake ass excuses as to why Black and brown people need to be fearful in this country is not only is it reckless, but it's just idiotic. It doesn't move us forward, it sets us back. And then while you're doing that, here's the part I don't like. While you're doing that, you and your family get to have all of the interracial relationships that you want, all of the interracial friendships that you want. You get to do business with all these people of different races and cultures that you want, and you feel comfortable doing it, and you should. But then for other people that look like you and are of the same hue and complexion as you and your brother, you want to scare them and us into believing that this new president is against us. And because he's against us, the whole country is against us. And we should just give up hope at this point. The difference between Obama's immigration policy and Trump's immigration policy. One of them did it because he was told to do it. And he knew that that was a way for him to win. That was Obama. That was your husband. Another one of them are doing it because they actually see this country for what it is. They actually see that the Biden-Kamala Harris administration were taking complete advantage of the American people, our resources, and everything. And he did something about it, and he's doing something about it. And guess what? The majority of this country are fine with it. We're happy about it. People that are from their countries, the individuals that are being deported right now, American citizens that are from their countries are rooting for these individuals to be deported as well, because they went through a lot to become American citizens themselves. And for them to see other people just taking advantage of the law or taking advantage of the Biden-Harris administration and just coming over and doing whatever the hell they want to do, they're seeing this and like, whoa, why do we have to go through everything? We went through these classes. We paid all of these fees. We filled out all of these documents in order to become American citizens. Yet millions and millions and millions of other people are being shipped over here on our dime. We're flying them out to our country on our dollar, putting them up in plush hotels, brand new apartments, shelters that American citizens could use. We just now did a video yesterday showing what San Francisco, California looked like. Come on now. At some point, there has to be an adult in the room that's willing to do something about this mess that we have made as Americans at some point. So she's extremely disingenuous, and I just really need to point that out. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for pulling up. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. The only price of admission for our live streams is to simply hit the like button. Yeah. Shout out to Nanny's take on the world. Thanks again to that, Michelle. I really appreciate you always pulling up and being so dope.
Inauguration,
all right, so it reads, she knows, but she also knows people forget quicker than sugar honey iced tea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's trying to reboot our minds. She's trying to take information from our minds, the truth, the knowledge that we have based off of the experiences we've had with the Obama administration, the Trump administration, and everything. She don't want us to make those comparisons. She wants to rearrange the story. She want to change the narrative, and that's what she's doing. And it's not working. It's not working. I'm sorry. It is working. It's working. Because a lot of people who support the left, they don't give a damn about doing their own due diligence. They don't care about questioning anybody that they believe have their best interests at heart. And only thing they need to know is that you're on the right side. Well, you're on the side that I'm told to support, which is Democrat, which is blue, which is the left. And if Michelle Obama says it, then it's law. If MSNBC says it, it's law. If Don Lemon says it, it's law. If Swollen Martin says it, it's law. And if CNN says it, it's law. So, yeah, I think she knows too. She's not naive. And she's culpable. So I think the reason why she tries to distance herself from her husband is because she knows that the likelihood of anything coming down the pipe that could potentially land him in an awkward position, potentially behind bars for something that he did or corroborated with, she distances herself. People talk about you and your husband are in a failing marriage and all these other things. You're not showing up to events for your husband. You're not, well, you didn't. You didn't. The inauguration, you ain't pull up. The funeral of I forgot what the president's name was that passed away. Ex-president, you didn't show up. I mean, there's other events. You just left your husband high and dry, like everybody else showing up with their lady. Bill showing up with Hillary. George got his wife. W got his wife. Kamala and her husband pulling up. Everybody showing up with their peoples, and Barack pulling up solo. He's dolo everywhere he go. He's by himself. And that's because what? You got a hair day. You got a what? You got a spa day. You hanging out with Tom Hanks in the hot tub at your house. You got another accident to cover up at one of your homes where somebody may or may not have drowned in your pool in your backyard that we no longer talk about anymore. Don't nobody even mention it. Don't nobody even talk about the young, athletic chef who is an actual swimmer who just so happens to drown in your backyard because your pool was just so devastating. Like, well, I don't know what's going on with those waves in your pool or in your little river or lake behind your house, but for some strange reason, the tides was just too much. And that whole story was buried, no pun intended. But I'm not here to open up old wounds. While prejudice is real, it's not always about skin and color. It can be about class or even living in the next town/village. Currently, the prejudice is about U.S. American citizens. Sandra, you're absolutely right. There's so many different ways, and prejudice is real. Prejudice is most certainly real. Racism is real. I don't know if people say it's not, but racism is definitely real. It most certainly is. But here's the thing. Racism is not what I was taught racism was when I was growing up. I was taught that only white people can be racist. That's what I was taught. I was taught that black people didn't have any power, so black people were not racist. Yeah, and this came from other black people saying, brother, we ain't got no power. We can't hire nobody. We can't fire nobody. We don't own the government. We don't own the police. They do. We don't own the judges. They do. We don't own city council. They do. When we become politicians and we get in office, they put us in office and they tell us what to do. Let me tell you something. For all these black empowerment groups out there, I'm gonna tell y'all doing a pissy job in empowering black people by constantly telling us how much power we do not have. That's so stupid if you think about it. Your job is to empower a people, to tell us how strong we are by telling us how weak we are. Telling us how powerful we are by telling us we have no power. Please make that make sense. Please make that make sense. And this is not some naive suburban boy. I'm not speaking as a suburban man that's never been outside, that's never lived in certain areas. I'm not speaking like a naive, wet behind the ears Christian who don't understand what happens on the other side of this world. I'm speaking from somebody with some actual experiences and who was also a part of a couple of groups very similar to Black Panthers when I was in my early 20s. So at the end of the day, y'all just need to stop lying to the people, man. They lie to the people so that they can continue to win. They can continue to have favor. And at this point, you just want streams. You want people to watch your live streams. You want people to watch your YouTube channel. You want people to listen to your podcast, buy your books. You don't want your lifestyle to go backwards. You want it to move forward. You want to be able to continue to hang out with your celebrity friends and lie, and lie. And I think it's ridiculous, man. Let me get me a little sip of this water before I move forward. But guys, thanks again for pulling up. Let me know where y'all are watching me this morning or listening to me, listening this morning. Oh yeah, that was some good water. Yeah, it's gonna be a damn good show. A damn good show. Hopefully you guys slept very well last night, and you also gave God all praise, glory, and honor just for being amazing God. The gates, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we already know that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. God then woke us up this morning, started us on our way, gave us strength to make it to another day. He gave us eyes to see. He gave us a tongue to talk. I want to thank you, Jesus, for giving me legs to walk. He keep on blessing us. When we woke up this morning, we opened our eyes to a new surprise. Hallelujah. Yeah, because there's some people that are laying inside of a hospital right now who cannot open their eyes. For the last couple of weeks, all they heard was boop, 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 boop. Machines. Nurses coming to check on them to make sure that they're all right, coming to change their bedpan. But we woke up in our beds this morning. To God be the glory. And we got up out of our beds without any help. To God be the glory. Went to the restroom by ourselves. Handle our business. Some of us got in a warm little shower or bath. Some of y'all that take cold showers are weirdos. You're a weirdo if you got in the cold shower. But at the end of the day, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. All right, guys. So our next story we're talking about is so Mark Carney was elected as prime minister in Canada. I'm sure you all have heard about that. We was talking about it last night. Shout out to everybody who pulled up to our late stream. I had fun. I had a good time in last night's stream. I really did, for real. That was a stream. That was a nice stream, bro. It really was. Here is this is from Benny Johnson's page. You know what I mean? He was talking about it also, and here we go. Mark Carney was elected as Canada's prime minister. Yeah, we talked about this last night because there were some machines that went out during this whole process, which was wild. A lot of people were saying that there was some foul play going on. We still don't know about that. That's all speculation, complete speculation. But yeah, congratulations to Canada. But Trump did give them a stern message, and I doubt they paid attention to it because they ended up losing. Trump put out a message, and then Trump put out a message, and then Pierre Poilievre put out a message talking about stay out of our elections. Stay out of our elections. Justin Trudeau is no longer in the seat. And it looks like Canada is still moving in the wrong direction, trying to act like they're bigger than they are, badder than they are. Sorry, guys, but you're short. You're short. So congratulations to Mark Carney. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that, because I'm not. Last night when Canada was trending number 3. When Canada was trending number 3. Hold on, statement. There was so much information out, and people were following people who had who were putting boxes in their truck. And then, one second. God dang it, I cannot find anything. What's going on? Everything is old. What's going on, guys? What is going on? I cannot find anything I'm looking for, bro. This is nuts. Okay, here we go. I got something. Bear with me, guys. All right. And again, guys, thank you so much for pulling up. So this was Trump before the election. He said, "Good luck to the great people of Canada. Elect the man who has the strength and the wisdom to cut your taxes in half, increase your military power for free to the highest level in the world, have your car, steel, aluminum, lumber, energy, and all other businesses quadruple in size with zero tariffs or taxes if Canada becomes the cherished 51st state of the United States of America. No more artificially drawn line from many years ago. Look how beautiful this landmass would be. Free access with no border. All positives with no negatives. It was meant to be. America can no longer subsidize Canada with the hundreds of billions of dollars a year that we have been spending in the past. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And this is what we've been doing for a long time to many countries, taking care of them, making sure that they're good. And look what we get for it. So let me see. Hold up 1 second. Because this is still a juicy story now. Now, I still haven't seen any videos of anybody saying that, you know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. Everything is all over the place. What's going on, X? I had my stuff in a row last night, and I can't find nothing today. That's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Insane. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. We got Waco, Texas up in this bad boy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. All right, so then Pierre sent this to Trump. Right after Trump sent that last bit of information, he posted on Truth Social. This is what Pierre Polivier posted. He said, President Trump, stay out of our elections. The only people who would decide the future of Canada are Canadians at the ballot box. Canada will always be proud, sovereign, and independent, and we will never be the 51st, 52nd, 53rd, or 54th state. And if you think so, then we can meet in the parking lot and do what we do, baby. Today, Canadians can vote for change so we can strengthen our country, stand on our own 2 feet, and stand up to America from a position of strength. Blah, 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 blah. You lost. Shut your face. You lost. You lost, brother. So there's that news right there. In other news, what else we got up next for you guys? Okay. All right. So here's a couple of key points on the, hold on, before we move forward. So here's a couple of key points. So Trump's threats shift Canadian election dynamics. So some people are actually blaming Trump for this loss. I seen one video earlier today where a lady, a Canadian, actually blamed Trump for this loss. President Donald Trump economic and sovereignty threats, including tariffs and suggestions that Canada becomes the 51st U.S. state, have significantly influenced Canada's federal election, boosting the Liberal Party led by Prime Minister Mark Carney while hurting the Conservatives. The Liberals, who trailed the Conservatives earlier in the year with only 11% support, compared to Conservatives 45% in December 30th. Angus Reid poll, per the Angus Reid poll, surged to 44% by April. All right, so it went from 11 to 44% in 4 months, leading the Conservatives by 4 points as Trump's threats became a central issue. Mark Carney, a former central banker with no prior elected office experience, capitalized on the crisis by emphasizing Canada's sovereignty and his economic expertise, positioning himself as a leader to counter Trump. And he canceled the consumer carbon tax and promised as the leader to counter Trump. He promised swift negotiations with Trump if elected. So conservative leader Pierre Polivier failed to pivot effectively from domestic issues like the carbon tax to addressing Trump's threats, which cost the party momentum. His focus on Trudeau's legacy was less relevant after Trudeau's resignation and Carney's rise. Trump's rhetoric sparked a surge in Canadian nationalism with events like the Rally for Canada, highlighting public resistance to U.S. tariffs and annexation threats, further strengthening support for Carney and the Liberals. And because of that, people are blaming Trump now for Canada's election because Trump has so much power. So much power. They can't deal with that brother, man, at all. And I think that's weak. If you claim that you can stand on your own 2 feet and you feel so disrespected with the offer of becoming the 51st state where you will be protected and have all of these resources without us having to tax you or tariff you or anything like that, you can't be blaming other people for you losing. Just like you can't give us credit for you winning. So either y'all are strong or you are not. Right now, the internet is going crazy. They're saying that they're saying that that Trump is the reason why all of this is happening. So yeah. So congratulations to Trump. Let me see. What do we have here? What do we have here? 1 second. All right. I can't find anything I'm looking for this morning. I really can't. I really can't. When all else fails, before we go to the next story, let me just say this. God is good. God is good. It's almost like I don't have to even say anything anymore. It's like as soon as I put this lady's picture up, I start hearing daggone, bro, this is wild. Okay, I'm not putting this picture up anymore. Damn that. Nope. Nope. Done with that. Done with that. Done with that. All right, so the trial for the death of Patrick Lyoya starts. Not sure if anyone knows about this, but here are the key points with hold on 1 second, let me pull this up. So just in case you guys don't know who Pat Lyoya is, and I'm sure I'm saying the name wrong, but here are the key points. Christopher Schur, a former Grand Rapids police officer, is on trial for second-degree unaliving in the fatal shooting of Patrick Lyoya, a 26-year-old black man, during a traffic stop on April 4th of 2022. All right. Schur pulled Lyoya over for improper license plates, leading to a struggle after Lyoya fled. Schur attempted to use his taser, which Lyoya grabbed, and Schur shot Lyoya in the back of, am I saying the name? Is it Lyoya or Lyoya? Or is it Yoya? Am I saying this right? How do you pronounce this right here? I'm not sure. But either way, here's a bit of that video just so y'all can know exactly what I'm talking about. This is one of the scenes that's, as it says, he had the wrong plate on car. He fled from a traffic stop. He fought with an Officer Schur. He wrestled the taser away from Officer Schur, and he was unalived. These things happen, bro. All right, please make that photo your thumbnail. I'm not gonna do that, man. Try to get me in trouble. Try to get me kicked out the house. You want me to sleep on the couch? Huh? Is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, that's racist.
Hey, stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Get in the car. Dude, I'm stopping you. You have a license? Do you have a license?
For what?
I'm stopping you. Do you have a license?
What do?
Do you have a driver's license? Do you speak English?
Yes.
Can I see your license?
What do you want?
The plate doesn't belong on this car. Do you have a license or no? Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Where is it at?
It's in the car.
Get it for me.
What do you want?
The plate does not belong on this car.
See, and this is the stuff I don't like right here. This brother is clearly slow. Like something is wrong with you, bro. Something is wrong with you. Like the police pulls you over. He tells you to get in your car. He didn't tell you to get out. He told you to get in your car. You get out. You close the door. And you look at him and you say, what did I do? What did I do? Where's your license? It's in the car. And this is the issues I'm talking about, bro. This man could still be living and breathing and doing his thing.
Right there.
No, no, no. Stop. Stop. Put your hands right. Stop. 1915. You got one running. Northbound. Stop. Stop. Okay. Dang.
Bro, just stop. Just stop. Just stop, bro. Damn. This the same BS that got people thinking that George Floyd is a hero. Bro, at some point, only thing you gotta do is listen. Sometimes it don't work because sometimes the police are assholes and they are hell-bent on doing some hero-esque or some sucker stuff. Sometimes that happens. This ain't one of them times. Just stop. You can't run. Your pants are hanging off your ass. You got on flip-flops, bro. What do you think is about to happen exactly? That you about to disappear or something and be forgiven for all of your sins if you fight this? Relax, man.
Stop! Stop! Okay. Get your hands behind your back. Okay. Hands behind your back. Okay. Get your hands behind your back. 1950. Start with more cars. Okay. Stop. Okay. Stop resisting.
I'm gonna do it to him. To you.
Let go of the taser. Let go of the taser.
No, he ain't grab no taser. I see that.
Let go of the taser.
How many cars you got going?
Ah, Jesus. So you mean to tell me that instead of helping your friend, telling your friend to stop moving, instead of asking your friend to relax, stop fighting damn police, telling him to calm down, trying to talk him off the ledge, you're recording it so that you can have some viral footage. You're recording this so that, I guess, Ben Crump, you know, the civil rights lawyer, could show up and say, why did he shoot that black man? The black man ain't do nothing. He ain't have no gun. He ain't have to take his weapon out. All he had to do was speak to him like respect. I mean, speak to him with some respect. He ain't have to do all that. He shot him in his back for no reason. Yeah, I got the footage the whole time. Patrick ain't do nothing. My friend ain't do nothing. I got the whole thing right here. Just dumb as hell, man. Like, you cannot make this sugar honey iced tea up. You can't. And that's unfortunate, man. That sucks. It's absolutely horrendous that people are this damn stupid. And then we support this mess. We support this mess. I intentionally cut the video off because what happens after that, you can guess. All right? You can guess. So here's the witness's testimony. Here's the witness testimony. Witnesses, including a resident who saw the struggle, testified that Christopher Scher, the police officer, had control during the altercation, with one noting that Patrick Lyoya's attempt to comply was ignored, highlighting systemic issues in policing. Get the hell out of here. That's why you're not supposed. Y'all need to stop. I don't know about these daggone people giving testimonies, man. They need to just shut the hell up. Like, everybody cannot give a statement. Don't you tell. Ain't nowhere in the world somebody was watching this happen and they was like, he was trying to comply, but the police wasn't listening to him. The police wasn't listening. The police had control the entire time. I don't know why he kept acting like he didn't have control. He just wanted to shoot that man, all because he's black. Come on, bro. Come on, man. So Lyoya, a Congolese refugee, so he's a refugee from the Congo, became a part of a broader narrative of black immigrants facing police violence in the U.S., with his family and community demanding justice and systemic reform. I'm sorry? How about we demand that your community take better care of your refugees, letting them know how they should function in this country, letting them know that you, first of all, you don't drive around with unregistered, with cars, with in a car that's registered to another damn license plate. You don't put fake ass plates on your car and just drive anywhere. It don't work that way here. And then when you violate the law, you got to pay the piper. You gotta go to jail. At least you got to go to a holding cell until we figure this thing out. You got to go to the court or something. Just because you're here trying to act like you're a citizen, you're in American citizen cosplay, when you're actually a refugee of the Congo, your community didn't give a damn. They let you drive that damn car, knowing good and well that wasn't your car. They knew that. Your friend knew it wasn't your car. It probably was a free car that you stole. But even still, we've seen the video from the beginning, and it's unfortunate that his family and community will still see all of this evidence and say that it's the police's fault. They only did that because he black. Come on, bro. And this is the same type of rhetoric that was coming from Michelle Obama. I don't know if y'all was listening to that, but she says, I just fear for people who are not from here that have a darker hue because of how racist this country is. Come on, bro. All of this could have been avoided. All of this. So the trial, which began in downtown Grand Rapids and is expected to last at least a week, includes video evidence and has drawn public support for the officer, Christopher Scher, from some groups carrying thin blue line flags outside the courthouse. It shouldn't even have to go there. It's pointless. I don't even see why I would even have to go there at all. I don't understand why it even gotten to that point. Yeah, that was just ridiculous, man. So Patrick Lyoya, I don't understand how he has one witness to attest to him listening to the police or complying or saying that he should still be here. The brother didn't want to put on no handcuffs. He wanted to fight the police. He was not listening to him at all. He grabbed the taser from him. He tried to, come on, bro. Come on. You're trying to take what's on my person. You're aggressive and you're obviously strong. Cause him and that police, they was wrestling, bro. But think about this. This person that has no respect for the law is wrestling me, and I have a weapon on me. I have a service weapon on me. That if he wrestled me down and take what's on me, I could be on the short end of the stick. I could be the one that's unalived after this exchange. That right there ain't about to happen. I'm going home to my family. Period. That's what's happening. I'm going home to my family. But unfortunately, that's not how this country is. This country like to stand behind victims who are actually not victims just for our own benefit. And that's unfortunate. Just so that they can get somebody elected. They can make things seem like police all over the country are all bad and want to hurt you simply because you are not a black person. Don't they know that white people are shot by police all the time? Don't they know that? Aren't they aware of that? No? Okay, whatever. Whatever, man. In other news, Trump signs executive order highlighting sanctuary cities fighting immigration enforcement. All right. So here's the picture of him signing this bad boy. Trump, wild, man. Trump is wild, bro. Here's the picture of him signing this bad boy right here. Shout out to Trump. So he signed the executive order. So far, nobody on the left like any executive orders that he signed. They want everything to seem like it's just super racist and unhinged, and that he's not following the letter of the law, and they want to take him down because they're used to presidents not doing a damn thing but sniffing babies and eating ice cream. All right. So yeah.
The executive order the president will sign later this afternoon does direct the Attorney General and also Kristi Noem, our great Secretary of Homeland Security, to provide a list of sanctuary cities in which local officials are not complying with this federal order and are not complying with federal immigration laws. It's quite simple. Obey the law, respect the law, and don't obstruct federal immigration officials and law enforcement officials when they are simply trying to remove public safety threats from our nation's communities.
All right. So on April 28th, 2025, yesterday, President Donald J. Trump signed 2 executive orders aimed at enhancing immigration enforcement and supporting law enforcement, marking significant steps in his second term's agenda. One order directs Attorney General Pam Bondi and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, who just now got her purse. Well, she didn't get her purse back, but the guy who took her purse was caught. To compile publish a list of sanctuary jurisdictions, cities, and states that limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement, potentially threatening their federal funding. So the second order focuses on strengthening and unleashing law enforcement, providing legal defense resources for police officers facing expenses or liabilities from actions taken during their duties, aiming to protect them from legal repercussions. All right. So a federal judge in California recently blocked similar efforts by Trump administration to withhold funds from sanctuary jurisdictions, citing constitutional violations, suggesting these new orders may face legal pushback. The orders aligned with Trump's campaign promises to accelerate deportations, with actions like ICE operations targeting unaccompanied immigrants, children's, and specific cases, such as the attempted arrest of Mexican citizen in Rochester, New York, highlighting the administration's aggressive approach. His aggressive approach is coming off as racist to Michelle Obama and everybody who are minions that don't care to look into exactly what's happening. This ain't happening, Jared. Go ahead and give it up. Take that off your Christmas list. I am good. Thank you for asking. I am well. I am well. Can't you tell? Yeah, I am great, man. Got on my lock sock, which is not a bonnet, and it's definitely not a daggone a do-rag. It's not a do-rag and it's not a bonnet. It's a lock sock for people with locks. Okay? Get it right. If you see somebody say it's a lock, say it's a bonnet, choke them on sight. That's how that go. All right. Congress passes a bill to outlaw deepfake prono. Okay. So apparently there's a lot of that going on, and Congress, they're trying to get in front of it. All right. So right now it looks like the Republicans voted 207 voted yay, and let me see, and 202 Democrats voted yay. So this was actually really good, man. This was good. Check this out. We can actually do something good together. Check that out. I'm excited by this. Yeah. All right, so check this out, guys. This is great news. Yeah. Yeah, there was a rare bipartisan support effort that just now happened. The Take It Down Act has been a top priority for First Lady Melania Trump, and President Trump is expected to sign the bill into law, which is absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to Melania for putting something forward that actually works, that's for a good cause, man. That's for the children. Yeah, do something for the daggone children. I love that. All right, so this video right here is Melania walking into the building, looking like a boss. Looking like a boss.
It's heartbreaking to witness young teens, especially girls, grappling with the overwhelming challenges posed by malicious online content like deepfakes. Every young person deserves a safe online space to express themselves freely without the looming threat of exploitation or harm.
We need to hold big tech accountable to take action. Millions of people, male, female, teenage, children, kids, all are affected by the rise of this image-based sexual abuse. This is unacceptable.
It stops cyber abuse. It prevents bullying one child against another. Even more important, is going to prevent suicide out of shame. Our messages to the bullies, to the perverts, to the predators. If you dare to do this to another innocent child, you are going to go to prison. You will serve jail time. That will be a great place where you can sit and ponder what you did and be consumed by your conscience.
The nation's largest anti-sexual violence organization, RAIN, has urged lawmakers to pass legislation. All right, I like that. Okay, I like that. So apparently, here's the bill right here. Well, here are the numbers. The numbers show that this was bipartisan, which is absolutely phenomenal. This right here shows that they can work together sometimes. All right. The numbers show Republicans 207, Democrats 202. What Republicans voted against it? That's what I want to know. What Republicans voted against this? And why? And there was 11 no votes. apparently. No, there was 22 no votes, 11 on each side. But I do want to know which Republican voted against that, and why would they vote against something like this? Because this seems like something positive for our children, finally. Like they actually give a damn about our children. All right. So the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Take It Down Act with a 409-2 vote following unanimous Senate approval in February. The bill, which criminalizes the non-consensual sharing of sexually explicit imagery, including AI-generated deepfakes, now awaits President Donald Trump's signature. First Lady Melania Trump actively supported the legislation, making rare public appearances, including a Capitol Hill roundtable in March 2025, to advocate for its passage. Her efforts align with her Be Best initiative, which focuses on child welfare and online safety. The Take It Down Act requires social media platforms and websites to remove non-consensual intimate images. Non-consensual intimate images, including deepfakes, within 48 hours of a victim's request. It aims to protect individuals, particularly children, from online exploitation. The bill received overwhelmingly bipartisan support in Congress, with Melania Trump praising the unity in protecting the youth. A 15-year-old victim of deepfake abuse, Elliston Berry, spoke out at the roundtable, emphasizing the bill's importance for American children. President Trump endorsed the bill during a March 2025 address to Congress, humorously noting he might use its protections himself due to online treatment. The legislation reflects growing concerns about AI-generated content and online harassment. Okay. 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 So what do y'all think about that? Because this says non-consensual. So what about the consensual intimate images? Like, can people still post video or pictures of consensual moments that are highly graphic? You know what I mean? I like to see that. I mean, I like to see if maybe that's what the people were voting for, but I do want to know who voted against this. And there's a way to find out, I believe. I believe there's a way to find out exactly who voted against it. All right. In other news, we got our boy Mark Zuckerberg, who was on the Theo Von show, and he has some things to say. Apparently, on this past weekend podcast, comedian Theo Von joked about wanting to dig a tunnel underground. What he didn't expect was Mark Zuckerberg casually admits that he had already done it. Shout out to all of these celebrities with these tunnels under their homes and everything, who are way ahead of us when it comes to these damn tunnels and whatnot. All right. So yeah, this is from the Vigilant Fox, and he shows the video, and I'm gonna show it to you. I ain't even gonna read it to you, but let's go. Hit the like button, gang, if you haven't already.
I don't even know what I would have. I would have an underground tunnel, even that it came right back up next to where it started.
I do have an underground tunnel.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
In USA?
I have this ranch in Kauai. Yeah. Where there's this whole thing where people are like, there's this whole meme about how people are saying I built this like bunker underground. It's like more of underground storage situation. But yeah, no, it's
oh wow. Zucky got that bunky. What's under the ground is more water, right?
it's basically what you just said. It's sort of a tunnel that just goes to another building.
Yeah.
But it's
a good place to hide a little bit of dope, though. That's what I would say, dude. How big is that tunnel? Is your tunnel pretty big, or what's it like?
It's not that big of a tunnel. It's I made I put a reel on Instagram one day of Priscilla kind of making fun of me playing video games with some friends down there. But it's it's all good.
Yes, definitely. But this is a crazy area. I haven't spent a lot of time.
You know how the internet is. The internet will always make things seem like they're crazier than they are. But in Hawaii, it's like having a little storm shelter underground tunnel is pretty sweet.
That's the thing right there?
No, I don't think so.
That's
just someone's
insane.
rendering.
Is that Roblox? Who built it
Looks
for you?
closer to Roblox than what the thing is.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. Somebody put up a fake picture. This is not the tunnel that he owns, but apparently he has a whole underground living situation going. And honestly, if I had Mark Zuckerberg money, I would as well. I'm sorry, that's just me. If I had the money to get one of these right here, out your dad, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna start building it right away. You kidding me? Y'all probably wouldn't. I will probably start living down that bad boy. You probably wouldn't see me for weeks. Can I get internet down there? You out your daggone mind. Now they're saying that when Michael Jackson passed away and they was looking at his home and everything, apparently he had tunnels under his house. Apparently Diddy got tunnels under his house. That's connected to other famous and rich people's mansions. They all have a connection going. And apparently they were saying that when those houses were being burnt down in California, the really big ones, the huge mansions, apparently they were connected underground in some type of way, like some type of secret city. That's something, man. Can you imagine that there are secret cities that we aren't privy to, we know nothing about? And it's not very difficult to consider, because think about the dark world. Think about what happens in the dark world with human trafficking, drugs, and all these things. There's a lot that we aren't privy to. We don't understand. We are not knowledgeable about. You know what I mean? So for a wealthy person to have a tunnel under their homes, that's light work. I'm more interested in what are they doing with those tunnels. You know what I mean? What are they doing with these tunnels? Lord, how come everything? See, guys, I want to ask y'all this, man, because when we talk about these tunnels, we automatically assume that they're doing something very devious and evil. Why do we think that all of them are evil? Like, let's talk about this for a moment. Are all of these guys evil? Like, just because they're wealthy, or we just automatically think that they're evil? I mean, is that the general synopsis? Like, we have decided as a group that these wealthy individuals are all evil. Have we decided that? Because they are nefarious and evil. 300. So you saying 300,000 illegal immigrant children are missing. So we automatically give them to successful Americans. We're about to start something. We're going to argue right now. We're going to argue. Here's my argument. I think it makes us a little Now it also makes me naive. I'm gonna start with me. It makes me naive for not even considering that these wealthy individuals are doing some nasty, mischievous things, nefarious things with their wealth. And they are possibly evil individuals. Now let's talk about you. What does it make you if you're considering that every extremely successful American is doing something very evil like trafficking children? I believe that you can still be extremely successful and rich and wealthy and not be evil. I think that that's possible. I think it's very possible. For some reason, we believe that the wealthy are just, in order to become wealthy, you have to be evil. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I do realize that there's a bunch of Hollywood stories. There's a bunch of people sharing information around the internet. Some of them are conspiracy theories, some of them are true. But we always look at the best and brightest in our country and we say that they're evil. What if they aren't? What if they're just idiots? What if they're just big old kids, you know what I mean? Who just want to enjoy their wealth by themselves? What say you? Van, let's not be naive. Absolute power corrupts the minds of many. Sad but true. Yeah, it does corrupt the minds of many, but most times it corrupts the mind of people who want to use your absolute power. Sometimes it's not the powerful person that's corrupted. Sometimes it's people who want to be to receive some of the benefits of your power. Sometimes it's that. Look at Shannon Sharp, right? Shannon Sharp, he gets out there and he dates beautiful women. Some of them are extremely young, but you can call them beautiful girls, like the last young lady who's an OnlyFans girl, and she's only 20 years old, but when they first started smashing, she was 19 and he was 54. They met in the gym. You know where the sexy people meet? And apparently it was where the sexiest and the richest people work out. That's where they were working out. So you're going to see some of the baddest people up in there. So everybody want to be with everybody. If they didn't, they wouldn't be working out where they're working out. They wouldn't be in that area. So they're all in the proximity of people who think like them, move like them, groove like them, are already making waves, already successful in some type of way. And they want to be around each other. Well, you got powerful people on both sides. The women are powerful, the men are powerful in their own way. They all want to be in each other's space. They all want to engage with one another because the only people that can understand them is people like them. It's something like you going to the hood and just hanging out. That's not happening. It's not. And I will tell you this, it would probably be the most fun you've ever had in your life. A little bit of danger. You don't know if somebody's going to come by and start shooting. You don't know if you're going to get robbed. You know what I mean? That's not very fun. But you might really thoroughly enjoy the hood, hanging out in the hood. But I think sometimes people do what they got to do to be around powerful people. And we automatically assume that all powerful people or all successful people are negative, like demonic negative, not negative as far as cheating on their taxes or firing people without without cause or due process or anything like that. But we automatically think that they're doing the worst of the worst, which is trafficking children, trafficking women. And I don't buy into that until I get more information. I need for y'all to give me more information. And until I get that information, I'm not rolling. Instinctively, the have-nots hate on the haves generally. 1320 Bushido, that's what I'm picking up. And they call them evil. So 1320 Bushido is calling y'all haters. So thank you so much for the super chat, big dog. Appreciate you. And good morning to everyone who are pulling up or who are here right now. Because our live streams are a revolving door. I realize that some people who were here earlier today are not here, and some people who just now pulled up probably don't understand or don't have context in some of the things we discussed already. So I do want to say hello to you, and I do want to also remind you, since it's early yet, to give God some thanks for waking you up this morning and for his grace and for his mercy. That part. Let me see here. So here we go. Mark Zuckerberg stole research on a project he was supposed to work on. Oh, that definitely points to trafficking children. Who gives a damn? Does that mean that millionaire YouTubes are evil too? Exactly. It means that anybody who becomes a millionaire, that because they are a millionaire or because they got a little bit of wealth, a little bit of fame, that they're automatically evil. It does not work that way. I think in order for you to understand that, you need to get yourself a little bit of fame and a little bit of wealth and understand that once you become that, you're going to still be who you are. All money and fame does is expose who you really are. And a lot of y'all are good people. And just because you become successful don't mean that you're automatically going to become a bad person. Please make that make sense. There's some people out here who are actually good people, and they got money and they got power. Look at Trump. Do you think he's a good person? You already know that half of the country look at him as a bad person, right? But you support him wholeheartedly because you believe that he's good. My question to you is, how did he get as much power and prestige as he have without doing some evil, without doing some bad? Did he do everything positive in order to get to where he is? And will he remain positive to stay where he is? Is Trump an evil person? Because right now, he's the most powerful person in the world. So that's the thing too. You want to talk about how powerful people do evil, demonic things. Well, let's talk about the most powerful person in the world right now, which is our president. I don't like putting everybody in the same basket, man. That's like when black people say that all white people are racist. And then we say it so much that people become emboldened to say little stupid stuff like this. Look at this right here. When we say certain things, we get a little bit of, we start feeling ourselves because we feel like we have a community behind us who's going to rep what we rep, who's going to echo what we now hold to be important to us, right? And then we will have people like this. Check this out. This guy right here speaks not only for him, he speaks for a nation of black people. And I don't know if you've seen this guy before, but this guy, unfortunately, this guy speaks for a nation of black people. Check this out.
One way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood. You see? So this is why I sit back and I don't play along with any of these black people talking about it's a spiritual war and this, that, because when those cops are going into our neighborhoods and shooting our babies, that's a physical thing. You see, y'all so worried about the spiritual world, but you're not worrying about the world that's right in your face. When we're getting thrown in prison, that's a physical thing, right? Address the physical. You see, this is why I say don't hit my phone until y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do. When y'all ready to go outside and hunt them white boys, hunt them cops, go to that white boy's neighborhood and fuck his shit up. When y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do, hit me. But until then, I'm not playing around with y'all because it's all of these excuses for why we don't want to do it. Why? Many of us are scared. You know what I mean? Many of us are complacent in our oppression. You know, many of us don't want to burn the relationships we have with white people, all of these things. So I'm going to sit back and do my thing. When y'all ready to go outside and take blood, hit me anytime. But you see, a lot of us are not ready to do that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, there is no freedom. There is no liberation for our people until there's blood on that floor, on that battlefield.
This dude ain't ready to bust a grape in a fruit fight, yet he's trying to influence other people to jump out the window and do some demonic sugar honey iced tea, like start a race war. And it's because of people like this right here. And thank you so much for the super chat. He says they can't run from what's coming. To my people, find the ancient mounts that's located all around the world and just chill. Just have a good heart and you will be okay. I like you, brother. I'm just going to say that, man. I like you. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. But there's some people out here who think like this.
And the one idea is how we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. Now, I don't care whether you clap or not, but I'm saying to you that we need to solve this problem because they are going to kill us. And I will leave on that. So we have to just set up our own system and stop playing and get very serious and not be diverted.
So basically, black people, for all the black people that are watching me right now, for all the black people inside the chat, please let me know, how do you feel about this particular video? The last two videos I played for you. They're trying to call people out there to the streets to be slaughtered. To be slaughtered. They're trying to start a race war. Let me tell y'all something, man. This type of rhetoric is extremely dangerous. The reason why it's so dangerous is because you hear him talking about we need to get rid of the white people. We need to exterminate the white people, get them off the face of the earth. Then the other young brother talking about, call me when you're ready to go out there and inflict harm on the white man. There need to be blood and bodies all over the floor. There need to be people screaming on the ground, bleeding. Okay, here's what's so dangerous about that. The same way that these black guys are saying this about white people, there are some white people who would love to get it popping. They can't wait for you to make a move. They can't wait for you to daggone run up on in their land and think you about to do something. Black people, let me tell y'all something, man. I've been doing content creation consistently since January 20th, 2020. January 21st, 2020 is when I started doing content creation consistently. All right, January 21st, 2020. And that's why I'm coaching people now because of that. I've learned a lot and I'm brain dumping. Hopefully I'm helping some other people. But here's the thing. I've met a lot of white people throughout my journey. I met a lot of people, period. But I'm going to tell y'all something. The white people I've met, and I'm talking about little ladies, little white ladies. I'm talking about people you would never think have 5 to 10 guns in their home ready. These are the women. I'm trying to daggone let y'all know something. Y'all ain't running up on nothing. While you're going to be looking for the men, the women are strapped and ready. The kids have been practicing shooting and hunting since a very young age. White America is not playing with you black people who want to bring harm to them, who want to bring a war to them. They believe in the Second Amendment. And it's that simple. They believe that, listen, it's our right to protect myself and my family against all hurt, harm, and danger. And they don't give a damn if it's military or not. You try to come to my residence, you're going to get it. Let me tell you something, man. I've met a lot of people. I've been in Discord conversations and other conversations, like inside of my group, my YouTube content creation group. Black people, calm down. Please calm down. Just because you get you a couple of guns and your friends got a couple of guns and y'all go to the range and y'all shoot and y'all have a good time. Let me tell you something. There are certain people in this country that have been training for a very long time, that are very good with that blick, that are good with that switch. They good with that gun. They know what they're doing. They can actually shoot. They don't hold the gun sideways. They don't miss. They're not doing drive-bys. You try to run up on their land and you gonna get dealt with. Are y'all just trying to kill a whole race of individuals, your own race? Because that's what's going to happen. This ain't 1619. We ain't slaves no more. You got a whip. You got a whip. I got a switch. Let's go. Let me tell you something, man. Calm down. Calm down, bro. These white people I've been meeting over the years, man, they ready. They on another level ready. And the best way that we can move forward, in my opinion, is by putting God and family first and putting country as a close third. The reason why I say put country as a close third is because we all have to live here together. And contrary to your beliefs, our battle is not with one another. We actually have enemies who want to see us all destroyed. And I'm talking about foreign and domestic, that want to see us all taken down. They want to shut down our power grid. They want to cut off our finances, our economic system. They want to shut that down. They want to take out our leaders. They want to finance these things underground. Like, come on, bro. At some point, we need to come together and not kumbaya. I ain't saying we should hold arms and walk down the damn middle of the street and sing songs. I ain't saying that. Not that that's not a good thing. I don't mind protests. I don't mind that. That's something that they did back in the day and they still do. When Black Lives Matter very first started, and I thought it was a good organization, me and both of my daughters were outside downtown DC with tens of thousands of people. It was a lot of people with our Black Lives Matter t-shirts on, with our fists in the air, thinking that we were protesting and doing something great. We thought we were a part of some movement that was phenomenal. We didn't know that we were being taken advantage of. We were being gamed. But whenever you get into these small rooms and you hear people just blurt out negative sugar honey iced tea, trying to rally the troops and just walk them directly into their demise, at least arm them first. Arm them with knowledge. Let them know what's really going on in the world. This dude stood in front of a room full of people and says, I've been racking my brain trying to figure this thing out. Like he's trying to figure out a goddamn equation or something. Like he's studying for his finals in engineering. Shout out to LFR Jojo, my son, that's studying for his finals so he can get his master's degree. Yeah. Shout out to my guy. He's doing his thing. And shout out to my baby girl who's also dealing with finals in her engineering classes as well. But you stood in front of these people and said, yo, the only thing I can come up with is we got to exterminate white people. That's my, I've been thinking about it all night. I've been thinking about it all night. I thought about everything. I thought about love. I thought about, putting God first. I thought about prayer. I thought about, showing myself friendly. It's complete disingenuous, man. It's misleading. It's misguiding. Like the young man, he said, the police are coming into our neighborhoods and shooting our babies, killing our babies. What? The police work in these neighborhoods. Most of the police are good. Some of the police are bad. Let's flip this. Most of the people in those neighborhoods are good. Some of the people in those neighborhoods are bad. We need to consider that. The bad people should not be protected. Sorry. They shouldn't. They should be dealt with accordingly. And now we got people talking about, oh man, we need to go kill them. We need to go do this, that, and other. It's stupid. Dude, soft as baby poop. The ignorant good old boys teach their kids to hunt and fish and live off the land at the age of 9. Let alone the educated white folks. While most of us, let me tell you something. I be trying to tell them. I'm just saying. Peace. Feel free. Don't include me, goddag. Don't be running. Whose side you on? You with us or you with them? You don't get the hell away from my door. Keep moving. You don't get the hell out of my door. I will be the guy standing on my doorstep. White people come by talking about whose side you on. I'm like, shh. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Black people come by, whose side you on? Click, click. Keep moving. Keep moving. I'm on my family side. I'm on the Lord's side. That's whose side I'm on. Keep moving. Just keep moving. I don't want no issues. We putting God and family first over here, and we're practicing our Second Amendment rights. I'm protecting my family and my dwelling from anybody that tries to come up in this bad boy and cause us harm. But all this BS that y'all are sharing, trying to bring forth the demise of an entire people, y'all can miss me with that. Y'all can have it. Feel free. But hey, don't come to, we about to go get him. Yeah, let's go get him. Let's go get him. Nope. I'm good. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all when y'all get back. If you get back. Come back all bloody talking about, man, where's Larry? They got him. Where's Tony? They got him. Where's Mark? They got him. Where's Lewis? They got him. It's ridiculous. Dumb as hell. If we turned ourselves inside out, what will we hate on each other for? What will we hate on each other for then? Stop the divide. Much love and many prayers, Van and fam. Let me tell you some Queen B's art. Shout out to Queen B. Thank you for not starting trouble today, Queen B. I appreciate that. I'm with you 100%. You turn us inside out, we all look the same. When we start bleeding, we bleed the same. When we go to the hospital, we need the same. Care as any other patient that's in the hospital. Like I have a heart attack, they're not gonna be like, wait a minute, is he black? Because we know if he black, then we need to use a different machine. If he black, if he white, we gotta use a different machine. It's stupid. It's dumb as hell, bro. But this is where we are right now. This is where we are right now. We're so freaking divided. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Something, something, something. That is something, something, something. What the world needs now is love, sweet, 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 sweet love. It's a something, something that all of us something, something. Nah. We need love, man. Sorry for the love solo that I had to give y'all, but sometimes it takes a solo in order to fix the world. Ask Michael Jackson. I know somebody's giving me the words out there. I'm sure somebody's giving me the words. Somebody's giving me the words. Somebody gave me the words. Let me see it. White people don't do drive-by shootings. That's a lie. White people do drive-by shootings. Have you ever seen The Sopranos? White people do the drive-bys. They got gangs and mobs and mafias and everything too. Black people ain't the only ones that do drive-bys. Drive-bys is not indigenous to blacks. Might have been created. No, it actually wasn't created by us either. The very first person to do a drive-by was a cowboy. Think about it. Somebody on a damn horse. Somebody on a horse. And well, there was black cowboys too. So that's the thing. I'm not taking that right there. I'm not eating that one. We all do drive-bys. People was pulling up on. I used to watch Chuck Norris movies back in the day. I used to watch Clint Eastwood movies back in the day. You talking about? Stop playing with me. That was a drive-by. They would clip, clop, shoot somebody and just ride into the sunset. Drive-by. Talking about. They're gonna say it was white people. Yeah, you see that? You gotta try that on somebody that don't think. I'm a thinking person. Thinking people don't just eat anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to the Outlaws. So yeah. So I got something. One other thing. This right here is for the people who just need to know that God is real. God is absolutely amazing. God is phenomenal. God is that guy. God is that brother. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, yeah. All right. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. I really appreciate it. Everyone who submitted a super chat, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. For all of my blues, Nanny's Taking the World, Courtney B, Lisa Marie, Shoemaker, Blue Rose. Thank you so much, Blue. I appreciate it. Blue Rose, we're going to meet soon. I know you're probably not here anymore, but Katarina, thank you so much. Courtney, I don't know if I already said Courtney. Rick. Who the heck is Rick? Who is Rick? And how you get an Allen wrench? How you get a wrench? Rick? Who is Rick? No, I'm serious. Who is Rick? I got a blue named Rick, and I don't know who the heck that is. Sweet Angel. I don't know if Angel is here. She might be. She might not be. Who in the heck is Rick? I got a moderator named Rick, and I don't know who Rick is. Who is Rick? Yo, who is Rick? Did you just now change your name or something? And you somebody that I actually know? Who? I got a blue Rick. Cheers, you know. No, I don't know. Rick is the man. Rick's been here forever. Nah, man. Who is Rick? Nah, damn that, bro. I want to know who Rick is. Like, who is Rick? Oh my gracious. He's the real Rick Ross. Bruh. Who is Rick, man? Seriously. Hey, Katarina. Angel. Who is Rick? I want to know who Rick is. Like, I'm serious. See, y'all play too much. Who in the world is Rick? That's hilarious. Okay, now that I got y'all here, before I leave, I want to say this. If you could like the videos and share the videos, that would be absolutely phenomenal. And also, if you can watch the videos the entire way through, that would be very helpful. That's the best way to help any content creator that you support, that you want to see do well. If you want to see your content creator, your favorite content creator do well, watch his videos the entire way through. Hit the like button and share that bad boy. That's the best way. And don't even skip the ads, like, because our videos got ads. We can put up to 5 in our videos, all right? Because our videos are billboards for YouTube to place as many ads on as possible. Yeah. And that's how content creators get paid. Just saying. For everybody else who wants to learn how to do content creation, please make sure that you follow the very first link. My YouTube course is in the very first link. I want you to check it out. At first, I didn't think too much of it, but the more people get it and they tell me they give me their reviews, they tell me their honest opinion of the whole shebang. It turns out it's a good thing. Things are moving in the right direction. People like the course. They're enjoying the Facebook group, the private Facebook group that we got more than 100 people in right now. Shout out to you all. And they enjoy the private group calls that we have as well, which are always lit. Last night's was dope. Yesterday's was dope. Tomorrow we're going to have 2. So it's like every day we're doing some great things, meeting some really good people. And there is no there's no one way to look or one way to sound as a content creator. We have people who are younger than 30, and we got people who are older than 60 who are doing this content creation thing with us. All right. And it all works for everybody. So if you're considering doing this content creation, you want to put your likeness out there. I'm dealing with moms and dads here. I'm dealing with aunts and uncles. I'm dealing with people who actually have good hearts. I'm dealing with people who have some skills. You've been doing some things your entire life, helping people out, loving on people. You have a story to tell. So consider creating some content. And if you want to do it the right way, come work with me. And if you're one of those people who shop at Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or you're capable, and you really don't have the time, but you have the dime, we do have a VIP white glove service where we'll take care of everything for you. And the only thing you got to do is show up. Just saying. All right. So get the course or reach out to me with the word coach VIP, but I want y'all to get the course. Love y'all. See you on the next one. And shout out to Treebeard. You're absolutely phenomenal, my brother. All right, let's get it. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from 0 to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age. I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.